Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive paradigm shift. We're talking about moving away from the era of traditional search and stepping right into the wild new age of AI-powered answers. We'll be looking at strategies from Coin Ideology Digital to figure out exactly how you can future-proof your digital presence. Let's get right into it. So, ask yourself, is your website ready for AI search? Because the reality is consumer behavior has already shifted big time. People just aren't typing short, clunky phrases into a search bar anymore. No, they're having full-on conversations with platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and Google AI overviews. If your business is still relying purely on old-school tactics to get found, you're kind of setting yourself up to be completely invisible in this new era. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll explore how the search landscape has changed. Second, we'll define AI SEO. Third, we'll break down the core strategies. And finally, we'll talk about building sustainable growth. Okay, part one, the search landscape and how it has totally changed. We've really got to recognize that the old gold standard, fighting tooth and nail just to rank on Google's first page with a string of keywords, is dead. It's just dead. In traditional search, you type in a keyword and get a giant wall of blue links. Then you had to hunt through multiple websites to piece together the answer you actually needed. But today, AI search is entirely conversational. Millions of users are asking detailed questions, and they aren't looking for links. They want complete AI-generated answers right then and there. To win this game now, you have to pivot from simply ranking a link to becoming the AI's trusted citation. These platforms generate their answers by pulling directly from trusted sources, and you absolutely want to be one of them. So, how do you actually become that trusted citation? What do these platforms actually need to see to recommend your website? Well, it boils down to a pretty powerful rule of three. They're looking for expertise, authority, and content that genuinely helps. These AI systems are incredibly sophisticated now. They can instantly tell the difference between a page that's just stuffed with keywords and a page authored by a true industry expert that provides real value to a human being. Moving on to part two, defining AI SEO and what it actually means for you. Let's strip away all the confusing jargon and the myths that are causing a ton of unnecessary anxiety for business owners right now. AI SEO is simply the practice of improving a website to perform well in both traditional search results and modern AI-powered search experiences. How? By creating genuinely useful, trustworthy content. Notice what's missing there? Yeah, there's no mention of shady shortcuts, tricking algorithms, or gaming the AI systems. It is entirely about positioning your business as a reliable, authoritative source of truth that an AI feels confident presenting to its users. And because of that, there is absolutely no need to panic. Seriously, despite all the hype, Google itself continues to recommend strong SEO fundamentals as your absolute foundation. Having quality content, a technically healthy website, and a great user experience, those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They're just being evaluated by smarter, much more contextual systems now. All right, part three, core AI SEO strategies. Let's get right into the actionable stuff. Every successful strategy has to start somewhere, right? And that starting point is a comprehensive website SEO audit. You literally can't fix what you don't understand. This means you need a full diagnostic sweep of your technical SEO, your site structure, page speed, crawlability, content quality, and mobile usability. By figuring out exactly where your site is holding itself back and fixing those foundational elements, you instantly improve your visibility for both those traditional search crawlers and the new AI systems that are trying to read your pages. Once your technical house is in order, it's time to tackle the content. Remember, the biggest opportunity in AI search right now is content quality. The old days of publishing hundreds of low-value, keyword-stuffed articles, totally over. AI systems absolutely crave content that provides original insights, practical guidance, and really clear explanations. They want to see your industry expertise backed up by helpful examples, all laid out in a highly logical structure. You have to answer real customer questions in a way that is genuinely meaningful. Let's look at how this applies to something as basic as your service pages. Far too often, service pages just list a bunch of keywords and call it a day. But if you want to transform a basic page into an absolute powerhouse of customer confidence, try following this sequence. First, clearly detail what you offer. Next, explain exactly why it matters, followed by who it's specifically for. Then break down how the process works, answer those frequently asked questions, and finally, highlight exactly what makes your business different from the rest. When you structure a page this way, an AI system has all the context it needs to confidently present your business as the best possible answer to a user's prompt. Now, we also can't forget the underlying mechanics here, the essential technical and local SEO factors. Things like your XML sitemaps, robots.txt files, and core web vitals are what ensure search engines can actually digest your content efficiently. And for local businesses, this is huge. Maintaining an incredibly accurate and detailed Google business profile, down to the exact categories, descriptions, and services is paramount. You've got it. If your technical foundation is broken, even the absolute best content in the world can't be found. Here is a really crucial takeaway for you. Refreshing, valuable, existing pages often produces way better long-term results than just churning out large amounts of low-value content. You don't always need to reinvent the wheel, Go back to your existing content, update those out-of-date statistics, improve the readability, maybe add some practical real-world examples. Strengthening what you already have is a highly efficient way to signal to AI that your site is a currently maintained, authoritative resource. Okay, part 4, building sustainable growth and setting yourself up for the future. We've talked a lot about the theory, but how did this actually translate into real-world business success? Well, to ground this in proven reality, consider this track record. Over 100 successfully completed projects. Point Technology Digital has actually managed these projects for more than 72 unique clients worldwide. So the strategies we've been discussing today, they aren't just hypothetical theories. They are battle-tested methods used to generate real results across all sorts of diverse industries. Local businesses, startups, to healthcare providers, and companies. To start wrapping things up, let's address some common anxieties with a few hard truths about AI SEO. First, as we've learned, it absolutely builds upon traditional SEO principles. It's an evolution, not a replacement. Second, this is super vital. No agency can guarantee AI will meet our needs. The systems are simply too complex and meant for anyone to content. Third, content must always be written from people first, not just the box. And finally, sustainable growth takes several months. It is an ongoing investment, not a magical overnight quick fix. I want to anchor our entire experiment today in the incredibly powerful philosophy from clean idea to digital. The idea is to live flexibly that deserve to make. Think about that. If you focus your energy on this opposite, technical excellence, and you don't need to fear the evolution of search technology at all. You will naturally become the trusted source that AI systems want to find and promote. Which brings us to our final thought. Is your SEO built for the future of search? Are you adapting to answer complex conversational questions? Or are you still just out there chasing links? Take a hard-looking digital strategy. And remember, the future of search rewards the genuinely. Thanks so much for joining me on this experiment. Catch you next time.